Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another 1v1 ladder cast from yours truly, playing a bit of ladder. And I was actually quite proud of this game. I played it just before and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to play no pressure. Not going to cast while I play, just sort of go out and play, and then if it's good, I'll just cast the replay later. And they seem to produce the best games. So I might do that a bit more. Just play the ladder and then cast it later if it turns out to be a good game. So anyway, this is going to be me up the top. I'm playing random to get my XP up. I'm actually up to level 45 total, which I'm quite happy about. And yes, so I am playing Terran, and this guy is doing a dodgy straight away, man. Right ahead, he's going to be knocking out my Vespin Geyser. I was actually really worried when he took that he was going to take the second one as well and completely gas staff me. So you can see as soon as he takes this one, I'm just like, dude, not cool. So instantly, I start attacking. I realize that's going to be a pretty stupid idea, but I do go ahead and get my own gas straight away just so I can make sure that he doesn't completely block my gas. But there we go. And over on the top left side of the map, it is Mr. Lord Drake, who does have X's on both sides of his name, which I definitely am a fan of because I've done that a couple of times myself, just because Harry Muppet is taken, but apparently X Harry Muppet X isn't taken, and it sounds pretty cool. So yeah, he's doing pretty good in this game. Getting the he's definitely got a fast gas, but it doesn't really do much. It gives him a bit of scouting. Yeah, he sees a bit of stuff. He sees my gas. He doesn't really see anything else though, other than this half-built supply depot, so that really doesn't help him. But he's got the spawning pool down. I can't actually remember what his play was in this game, but I don't think it was Ling Rush me. I was a bit worried about the Ling Rushing because, of course, he does know exactly what I'm doing, more or less. So I got down the fast supply depot, so I'll sort of block this off. And yeah, now I'm going to be getting out a bunch of Marines just to knock out this extractor nice and quick, because that extractor is really, really annoying. I don't need the gas yet. I haven't even started mining this gas yet, but I thought it was quite annoying, so I wanted to get rid of it. And yeah. So yes, he's got his spawning pool finished off, and he's got another hatchery. Oh no, he doesn't have another hatchery. That's the first hatchery, actually. It looks like he's ready to build another one though. He's definitely got the minerals, although there goes the queen, so the minerals going down the tube. But yeah, I can definitely see another expansion coming out pretty soon. Here we go, the first marine coming out to attack the evil extractor that somehow got into my main base. And yeah, I don't know why this guy's not expanding. Actually, he really should be at this point. I mean, alright, it's a bronze level game, but I mean, when you got 300 minerals and it's a good time to expand and you don't expand, then that's a bit silly. But he did eventually expand, so good for him. And this extractor, so first kill goes to Mr. Harry Muppet. Very, very well done there. And now I just go into nutso mode on the macro, or at least nutso mode on building stuff anyway. I'm currently 17-17, so this guy's not pushing ahead by a ton. He's going for Roach Warren, sorry, getting the second extractor. So he kind of, I don't want to tell you exactly what he goes for, but it's roaches. He goes for roaches. I understand that's not really that helpful, but whatever. He's going for roaches, and I'm going for triple M in this game, actually. Going to go for triple M. I got my factory down so I can get out the starport as well, doing pretty well. Got the second gas up, but not mining out of it yet. Just trying to get my worker numbers up at the moment. I'm 20 under 22. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing alright. Mainly just trying to get out a few marines, starting to get out some forces, maybe get some upgrades going, all that sort of good stuff. Trying to continually build the workers. I thought about building a command center at this point, or close to this point, but I decided to just tech out my stuff a little bit more, get the buildings going. And this guy is starting to build an army. He's starting to get some stuff going. There we go. There's the lair coming out. And oh, I see. This is the. I thought this was still building the lair, but it's actually the spawn lava thing going on. I did not realize that had a bar, but apparently it does. And needs a second queen actually over there. Only one queen at the moment. I assume a second queen is coming out at some point, but from now is just getting a buttload of roaches. No upgrades for either player, although I have started on stim, which I'm very happy about. Usually I get stim a little bit late, but I got it as pretty quickly this time. Usually I get shields out before stim, but I'm starting to realize that stim is awesome, and you don't necessarily need a medevac to use stim. You just stim your guys, and they do so much more damage, and they move so much faster, and if they die, well, there's a good chance they'll die if they don't use stim, because they'll get overwhelmed. So you might as well use stim, and then they're just even better when the medevac comes out. So here we go. I got 2 barracks, getting 2 more barracks, and a command center and a starport. So macro at its absolute finest. And I really wanted to get a tech lab or reactor on the barracks that was here, but I didn't want to move it across and put the reactor out there, because then it's just way open. If they attack, they take out the tech lab. So I decided, since I wasn't just going for triple M, I'd whack the factory there, and I feel like that's an absolute genius move, and I really should be congratulated for thinking of that, because it's quite awesome. So anyway, dumping down here, going to be getting a couple of bunkers. I don't know if I'm going for full wall in here, but at least the 2 bunkers I feel like is a good idea, and just pumping out forces for my 2 current barracks. I got the reactor on the 3rd barrack, so they'll be pumping out some marines fairly soon, but my mineral income still not as good as I would like. I mean, it's decent amount. I'm mining off 2 gas. He's mining off 2 gas as well, but so we got the same amount of income. Oh, here's when things start to get dicey. I send my 1 marine out to have a scout, and he kind of gets owned. And Lord Drake seems to take this as a good indicator that he should attack me, because there he goes. Now my forces are not looking that good at the moment, so I'm actually in for a little bit of a fight. Jump in the bunker. I have no idea he's coming, but I know he's got an army, so yeah. Here we go. We got a single bunker. The 2nd bunker not finished yet. The Lynx come in, instantly kill most of my marines, and then there's just marauders left, and they are bloody horrible at doing anything. Some more reinforcements coming in. Nice stim, and you can see the roaches die so fast when you stim up, or relatively fast considering how many units I got. So I killed a few more roaches. There's 7 left though, and while they're engaged in that bunker, I'm just going to reinforce up here, get a few more guys. Did I have a medevacs coming out yet? Not quite. Not quite with the medevacs yet, but I think I'll build him in just a second. And this guy is just sort of chilling down there. I don't know why he waited, but I'm not going to complain. Pumping out 2 marauders at a time, is that right? Yeah, I got another barracks down there with a tech lab and 2 barracks with reactors. So currently I can pump out 4 and 2, which I think is very decent for the 10-minute market, at least for me, considering I'm in Bronze League. So he's waiting for a few more reinforcements, but he's given me time, and I've got my marauders up. Going to be stimming these guys up. A lot of roaches going down. I'm starting to take a bit of losses, but it's actually mainly marines in the front because their range is lower. So the marauders relatively unhurt. They've got the range on these roaches, and there comes the first Hydra. And that was actually a big mistake by him, sending that Hydra out, because that completely made me made me change my tech options. I was just going to keep going triple M. As soon as I saw the Hydra, I'm like, nah, siege tanks. I need some siege tanks right here. And so I moved the factory over, started getting some siege tanks. I was a little bit worried about Lings running in there, but not too worried. I had a fairly decent force. So anyway, jumped out there. Ooh, I was actually planning on going for this expansion. I never realized he had a bunch of Lings there, but apparently he did. So yeah. And this guy, as you can see, he's got his natural up way before me. His income is looking pretty good. He's knocked the workers up quite a bit. And he does have a Hydralist Den. He's got all sorts of upgrades. I haven't even got a Evo chamber. No, not Evo chamber, but engineering bay. I'm about to build it, but I've only got 1 SCV building all 3 of these buildings, so it does take a while. And all the while, I'm very, very mineral capped, but I've got quite a lot of gas. So mining off 2 gases, not really spending a lot. Start to spend a bit with the tanks, but overall gas is not really a problem for my build. And that's even with building a lot of I built a lot of marauders, and my marines kept dying and my marauders kept living, so I ended up with a buttload of marauders and not that many marines, which was pretty okay because he didn't go for any crazy sort of muta build. I probably would have lost if he went for mutas, but he didn't. He mainly just sticks with the ground stuff in this army, so quite happy about that. And I don't want to spoil the game yet, so just going to go in through, check it out, but you can see he's heavily producing Hydras at the moment, getting those upgrades. He's got 1 weapons, no armor yet. I've got nothing because my NG bay has taken so long. He's only half building this. I really should have done this different, but what can you say? I've been too busy getting my macro going And my macro is definitely going right now. I'm getting back up there. Well, I'm up to 34. He's up to 53, so I am trying to build off of both command centers at the same time, but this expansion was so delayed. It really doesn't make a difference. And I wasn't building off this at all. Here we go. Ooh, another scout over here. Sees a bunch of hydras. This guy just gets absolutely shredded. And for some reason, whenever I scout him, he seems to feel like that's the best time to attack me. Which, I don't know, I would arguably say that's one of the worst times to attack, because that's your opponent is got your army fresh in their mind and they know exactly where you are. Oh, the tanks, man, I did not have them sieged up. This is a huge mistake, and I run my units back because I'm like, what's going on here? Then I siege up the tanks, and here we go, boom. Beautiful, you got the marauders taking care of these guys, and the tanks up the back just doing a brilliant job, and he just lost completely in that battle. Tanks really, really badly owned him, so he's not going to be happy about that. But as you can see, he's still going Roach Hydra at the moment. I don't believe he's doing anything crazy to do with the tanks. I'm not actually sure what the best counter for tanks is. Probably Mutas. Probably Mutas would be a great counter for my army at the moment, because look at how many marauders I've got. 15 marauders and 5 marines. That's crazy. And I'm not building like more marauders. I'm building 3 marauders, 4 marines. Okay, and I got a reactor coming down, so that would be 6 marines and 3 marauders. So I'm building 2 marines for every marauder. The problem is the marines die and the marauders don't, and they just get healed up again. So that's why I got so many marauders, because the damn things just don't die. But yeah, macro going on. I'm up to 39, so you see I'm not really pushing it, but the mules are helping me out, and my income is, you know, it's pretty decent. Enough to get this huge army out, and I actually am ahead in terms of the army by a bit. And he's just pushing. The problem is he's going for Roach Hydra consistently. So yeah, he's just going to run into siege tanks again. He's just going to get overwhelmed again. So it's more a case of he had better macro in this game. He could get out more, but he just picked the wrong unit composition. And I just, yeah, it was a very, very good idea for me to pick tanks. So I'm very happy I did that. But yeah, pretty awesome. So not much else going on. He's starting to get a 3rd base. I am like a billion years away from a 3rd base. Well, not a billion years, but I haven't got it right now. I'm busy trying to make sure I can build out a 6 barracks at once. Here we go. I'm actually moving out. He's moving out as well. And here we go. The siege tanks sieging up in just a second. Look at all the marines are dying. All the marauders are staying alive. Well, some of the marauders are starting to die now, but the tanks are doing a fantastic job. Even though the guys are in a straight line, they're still taking a ton of splash damage, and the marauders finish them all off. So the tanks 5, 4, 3, 6. Beautiful amount of kills on that. And this guy's reinforcements instantly falling back. He's not actually started mining on this. This is weird. When I came over to this base, there's like nobody mining there. I'm like, what the hell? But regardless, he's still doing. He's still going. Still trying to get that Roach Hydra play sort of working, but against tanks, man, nah, it's not going to happen. And there we go, the 3rd base finally coming down. Like I said, I was actually planning on going for the gold, but I never ended up doing it. I basically did other stuff instead, and so I never realized those links were actually there. This is a little bit of a mistake. Those guys are a little bit of in range of the Hydras, so they do start taking a bit of damage. And my guys down here are actually starting to get really shredded, but they do end up surviving for the most part. Nearly lost a 3rd tank, but manages to survive. And look at all the marauders, man. Just so many damn marauders. Actually, I'm getting out a ton more marines. There is actually a lot of marines reinforcing in, coming in. I've got them like, they're either rally points on a marauder or a medevac, one or the other. So it's pretty awesome. And my income is starting to look good, but his income is looking really good as well. If he spent, well, he can't spend all that on mutas, because it's only like 3 or 4 mutas, but yeah, a lot of lings maybe. Banelings would be really, really nice for him, but he's just continuing on the Roach Hydra, because hey, it's the only build he knows how to do. Maybe he knows how to do something else, but he's not doing it. If he knows, he's not letting on that he knows. There we go, just baiting him down. Got a beautiful scan up the top of the ramp to see him, and just wiping those forces out. We're actually even up. He's got like a awesome economy or something. No, he's only a 7 ahead of me, so my army's not that far ahead, but the tanks just doing a brilliant job. And there we go. There's the GG from Mr. Lord Drake. And yeah, pretty happy with that game. And the fact that he didn't switch over from Roach Hydra was his downfall. But then again, Bronze League, what are you going to do? So very happy with that. And yeah, I love casting ladder games, especially when I win them. When I lose them, it's a bit like meh. But at least the opponent did something good. If they beat me, it's not like if they do everything wrong and then still beat me. I haven't had any of those games yet, but yeah. So anyway, this has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll catch you guys later.